Hello everybody, this is Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server. We are in Erlenberg Assault Defense with Sebastianptoachka and his AMX ELC BIS. I have 2 scouts on each team, 1 artillery apiece, 1 medium on the enemy team and 2 on his. The rest are all heavies with 2 TDs on the enemy team. He has 2 mediums, 4 TDs, and a lot of heavies. So overall, both teams dominated by heavies, and this is it's pretty much a brawling map, so this will be interesting to see how it plays out. The mediums and lights can use their mobility to some advantage if they get gaps in the defense and can run to the rear, but really there's only 1 arty to pursue there. They can run down and try to get flanking positions on the enemy, so we'll see if mobility helps, but unless it comes down to a tight end game, the winner in the heavies war may dominate the match. So he's obviously waiting for what he thinks either the scout or the Cromwell will come over here and try to spot over this ridge. Again, here's the advantage. Here comes the Cromwell. Here's the advantage of having this little AMX ELC. It can hide in bushes that other tanks would be exposed in. He doesn't wait to get spotted. He knows when he fires he's going to be seen, so he backs up right away. Don't wait for 6th sense to go off. I mean, it's nice to have, and there are times where it will alert you to the fact that you're spotted when you didn't know you were going to be. But if you're in a situation where you know you're going to be spotted, don't wait for it to go off. That's 3 extra seconds the enemy has to react to you. Shoot and get out of there right away. You know you're going to be seen, so you don't need your little idiot alarm to tell you. And I don't mean to say 6th sense is bad. It's great. It's great to have. But at the same time, if you know you're getting seen and you wait for the 6th sense to confirm the fact you're going to be seen, then you're a fool. Because in those 3 seconds, some other tank could be aimed in on you and firing. And then you get shot and you go, "What a second, 6th sense didn't go off." Well, because it takes a little bit of time to do it.
Target unlocked.
Yeah, he's going to kill him.
Vehicle destroyed. Ready to fire. Penetration. Target released.
And if that 85 doesn't move, he's going to wait several seconds and go up and kill him too. So far, the 85's not really moving a lot. He's already reloaded. He can pull up, drop his barrel down, and just wait for a shot. The guy will back up, or he gets the back end of his tank right there. Here we go. Dead.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So he has 2 kills to start the game. They have a lot of tanks over on this side. There's still plenty of targets where he's at. Hits the 150 and it gets tracked. I don't know if it was he that tracked it or somebody else did, because somebody else shot it too. But the 150 is not going anywhere for a moment. Somebody else gets the kill shot on him, so he's going to try for the Cromwell. A little bit smaller target here.
Target acquired. Let's find another target. Penetration.
So notice how with the Cromwell rocking back and forth, instead of trying to track the Cromwell's movement, what he did was he set his gun, let it aim in at a certain spot, and then he waited for the Cromwell to move into his line of fire, and then he fires. Much, much more effective than trying to move your gun around and track the Cromwell. That way, the way he did it, he keeps his aiming circle as tight as possible, gets off the most accurate shot possible, and he scores a hit. So he's headed south to try to flank these guys. If he can come in behind that T-28 or the Cromwell, here he comes in right behind the T-28. Gets a good shot, needs one more shot to get a kill. He should be able to stay out of this guy's line of fire because he turns slow. He's almost reloaded. He's going to have a flanking shot. Dead. Cromwell's shooting at him, but he's able to use this T-28 to completely conceal his tank. Back up, take a shot. Move back in behind the T-28. Not certain why he's banging his head on him, but he is. Gets the kill shot, and now he can just run in against the 152 and kill this guy as well. Boom. He's up to 5 kills. 4 heavies and the artillery left. He's asking people to come back and defend the base, and off go the heavies, totally unaware of what's going on. Man, this scenario plays out over and over and over. They break down the east flank, and off go the heavies to the south as though they have no clue what they're supposed to be doing in the battle, and you just have to sit there and grin and bear it. You can beg him to come back. In this case, he's lucky. I need some of his pixie dust or something, because North American server, those guys are gone. They're headed to the south, and man, there is nothing bringing them back. You could offer them candy, money, whatever. They aren't coming back. They're going to go down to the south and be totally useless. But in this case, they turn around and wake up to the fact of what they're supposed to be doing, and they're coming back to help defend. Wow. Steep angle on the IS-3, and he manages not to bounce it and gets a kill. He was using the APCR, and the IS-3 is going, really? Like, how did you do that? I don't... And he sent me, in the email where he sent me the film, it's like he didn't really understand how he did it either, because you reach a certain angle of attack where it's automatic bounce. You don't get overmatch or anything. You bounce over a certain number of degrees, and he must have been just like half a degree less than that. Now he's going to back up, kill this guy, and he's up to 7 kills with 2 tanks left. The IS-3 was really positioned well, and like I said, it must have been only a degree or 2 off the magic number where he would have just bounced the shell off the side. So he wants to get the next kill because it gives him a Radley-Walters. He has the advantage of being way faster than anybody out here, so he should be able to find the other tanks before his team can really chip in and help. And there's the T-29. T-29 is dead. So now he can work on kill number 9. And this is no chance for the Artie, unless Sebastian makes a really bad mistake. Here we go, number 9 coming up. Boom. So in this battle, he racks up 2,871 damage, 9 kills, 17 of 19 shooting, 89%. Got 93 big points of assisted damage on 2 spots. Was awarded 2,702 credits, survived the fight, got an Orliks, Radley-Walters, Top Gun, and Fire for Effect and Bruiser, which gives him a battle score of 2,797, and that puts him into 7th place on the AMX ELC BIS list. And he didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, he did kill-wise, but you saw he went over here and sat up on the edge of the building in the bush, the short little bush that won't hide a lot of scouts, and was able to get a couple kills operating up in here. There's just a little depression right here that's short, that's just barely tall enough to hide his tank from the enemy down here, but he took full advantage of that. And it doesn't matter what size tank you have. You may not be able to use the same terrain that the AMX ELC does successfully, but throughout the varied maps of World of Tanks, every scout can find situations where they can use terrain like that. Be aware of what's around you and how to exploit it to give yourself shots with very little risk of taking return fire. And that's what he did throughout this entire game. He used the terrain to hide him until he was ready to shoot, and then as you saw when he moved down here and started flanking the 3 tanks, he used the terrain to hide his movement. Finally, against the Cromwell, he used the dead tank, the tank he just killed, the T-28 HTC. He killed it, he moved up against it and used it for cover while he reloaded several times, backed up, took the shot, pulled back up, used the cover, backed up, took another shot, and got another kill, and ended up killing all 3 of those tanks. And throughout the rest of the fight, he did the same thing. Used terrain to mask his movement, pop out right next to the enemy, get an easy shot, and then disappear again. It seems simple, and in reality it is, but it takes a lot of practice to do. You have to know your tank, you have to know the terrain, and you have to be really aware of where people are on the mini-map so that you can set up your route, so that you can ingress against the enemy tank without being seen, pop up, get the kill shot, and leave with it's very minimal risk to you. The ELC doesn't have a lot of hit points. It doesn't have a lot of armor. It can't afford to have people shooting back at it and hitting it. You just saw him get 9 kills. It's a tier 8 battle. He's in a tier 5 tank. This is as rough as the battle could get for him. And he gets the Orliks too. He wasn't just picking off the baby tanks. He killed 3 tanks that were at least 2 tiers higher than him. All because, as you saw, he used terrain effectively. He used other tanks to help him out and hide him. And it's stuff that you can practice every single battle you're in. You may not perfect it in the next 20 battles, but if you keep trying, you end up with missions like he just got. Happy hunting.